in child's pose. So I like wide knees for myself in child's pose. Some of you might like your knees together. Hips on the heels or toward the heels. Arms wherever you want today, and just drop your head against anything that will support it, even if it's not the floor. Okay, and just taking a minute or two here just to settle the body, to link in to whatever you're feeling right here, right now, physically, noticing what's happening mentally, noticing how your energy feels, how your breath is flowing. Right, so yoga always begins with awareness. And then as you begin to make your breath longer and smoother in and out of the nose, not only does it give your mind something to anchor into, but it also begins to soothe your nervous system to help relax your physical body. So as you do that, lengthening and smoothing out your breath, just notice any place in your body that feels like it's holding on to something, right? It might be your hands, it might be the shoulders, it might be the cheeks or the mouth or the eyes or even into the belly. Anywhere that feels a little grippy or tight, just see if the breath can flow into those places as if it could free things up, open things up. And maybe with each exhale, you can let a little bit of that go. And just exploring this pattern of breathing. Keep your mind anchored into it. When you're ready, just reach the hands farther forward. If they weren't forward, go ahead and reach them forward. I like to rock my forehead back and forth along the mat. And then press firmly into the palms, lifting the elbows. And use that leverage against the palms against the floor to lift your hips off your heels. If the knees were wide, you can bring them a little closer together. Make sure that you slide your hands right beneath your shoulders, your knees right beneath your hips. And if your wrists are tender, pop up onto your fingertips. We'll just cat-cow a couple cycles. Inhale as you kind of pull the heart forward and draw the shoulders back. And then exhale as you drop the head and round the back. Through the nose, inhaling. Sit bones lift, collarbones wide. And exhaling, hang the head, separate the shoulder blades. You can pull the navel in to dome the back and then stay in this rounded dome shape and just sway a little with the head, maybe the hips. Sometimes that's really nice in the low back. Good. And then we'll come to a flat back and neutral spine. We'll plant the palms again against the floor firmly, and we'll step back to plank pose 1 foot at a time. And then draw the navel in. Put a tiny bend in the elbows as the biceps spiral forward. The collarbones stay kind of wide. Good, and then after a breath in here, down dog is your out breath. Hips pull up and back. And then bend one knee deeply, let the opposite heel drop toward the floor, and switch to the other side. We call this walking your dog or pedaling the knees, right? And just shift side to side. Feel free to wiggle the head. Just start to feel into these shapes. Again, where there's tension, where you might be able to release any holding. And returning to that smooth breath as the heels both dip and the hips both lift, and the knees kind of straighten to your degree. So pressing into the palms, take both heels high up the mat, come high onto the tippy toes, and then bend the knees, look forward. When you're ready, walk to the front of your yoga mat. When you get there, lift the heart halfway up, flat back, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Stay here for a breath and just maybe sway again. Knees as bent as you like. Good. And then hands to the hips today. Inhale, flat back, elbow tips back, belly in. Bend the knees a little more. And then rise to standing with that flat back. Straighten the legs, straighten the spine. Drop the hands by your side, spin the palms forward, widen the collarbones, draw the belly back. Take a moment here in Tadasana, this is called Tadasana Mountain Pose, to feel your feet pressing, the crown of your head lifting, and the breath flowing, right? So there's activity, you're kind of pressing and activating a bit, but there's also some softness. So we find this balance between the ease and the effort, the in-breath and the out-breath, right? The pressing down and rising up. On your next breath in, just reach up. And then fold in half as you breathe out. Drop your head. Flattening the back as you breathe in, hands to shins is great. Plank pose will step it back as you breathe out. Then take your in-breath. Biceps spin a little forward. Lower to the floor on your out-breath. You can always drop knees first. Point the toes, lift the heart. Inhale, cobra. Curl the toes, plank to dog, exhale, or hands and knees to dog. It's all good. And then connect back to your breathing, the shape, how you're feeling. Just keep checking back in whenever you've checked out. And we'll just flow through that. Heels lift, knees bend, look forward, inhale. Walk or float forward, exhale. As many steps as you like, or maybe it's a jump. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, dive in, fold. With a flat back, press and rise up, reach up. That's your in-breath. And then we'll just fold forward, out-breath. In-breath, lengthen and flatten, halfway. Out-breath, we step back to plank. Inhale when you get there, there's no rush. Maybe knees drop and you exhale to lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra, nice and easy, collarbones wide. Down dog, exhale, any way you like to get there. So if your pace of breath is different than my pace of breath, go at your own pace. But let the movements match your breath rather than trying to make the breath match the movements. Let breath be the foundation. So we'll do it again. Heels lift, knees bend, look forward as you breathe in. Through your out breath, walk to the top of your mat or float. Halfway up, inhale. Fold into the exhale. Let the inhale lift you up. Press and rise and reach so high. Fold as you breathe out and let all the breath empty. Good, and then again, flat back, inhale. Plank pose as you exhale. Breathing in to set it up. Lowering safely as you breathe out. Cobra is your in-breath. Down dog on the out-breath. Beautiful. So that was just 3 cycles to get things flowing a little, circulation moving a little. Let's here separate the feet a little wider than hips distance maybe, or hips distance if you prefer. Press into the palms, take both heels high off the yoga mat here, come to the tippy toes, and then we'll swivel both heels over to the right. So you're going to be on the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of the left foot, but imagine you're still in down dog. So can you bring the hips a little towards center? Can you press equally into the hands? And you might feel a nice little stretch on the left side of the waist. And then we'll come back up onto the tippy toes, both heels spinning up. We'll swivel heels to the other side. Good, and then the hips are still pulling up and back. It's okay if a knee needs to bend. Press equally into the hands, let the head hang, let the breath flow, feel it out. Good, and then we'll pop up onto the tippy toes again. Keep the heels high, bend the knees, look forward, and walk to the front of your yoga mat. Halfway up, we inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Good. Now here, hips distance apart again. We're going to bend our knees. Let the hips dip. Reach the hands up. Chair pose. Stay for 3 breaths. See if you can soften the shoulders. If the gaze can just come straight forward. If the pinkies can spin a little towards one another and the belly can draw back. Good.
And then maybe sink a little lower on this next inhale. On your exhale, rise to standing. Bring your hands to your heart prayer pose. Take a moment here. Maybe loop the shoulders back, draw the belly in, press down to rise up. Soften your gaze. On your next inhale, just reach up. As you exhale, fold in half. Flat back, inhale. Good, and then plank pose, exhale. Take your inhale, listen up. Only right knee drops to the floor here as you exhale. So take it right beneath the hip. Lift the left foot off the floor. Reach it back. With both hands on the mat, think of kind of pulling the mat toward that right knee on the floor. Good. And then we're just going to take the left toes, turn them out to the left. And start by bending the left knee toward the outer left arm. See if you can lift it higher off the floor. And then if you want to straighten it out to the left, go ahead and straighten it out to the left. Lift the heart away from the floor. Press equally into the hands. Both hands are still down. Good. Now, if you had the knee just bent, go ahead and straighten it out to the left and then drop the inner foot to the floor. So maybe the knee and left foot can align, the right knee and left foot. Good, and then you're just gonna press yourself up, standing on this right knee and left foot to the left. Sorry if my foot's off camera. Left hand's gonna come on top of the left thigh. Right arm's gonna lift up, and then you're just gonna reach over to the left, and maybe the left hand slides down. Just don't put any pressure on the knee. So you can keep the hand on the outer thigh and just bend that elbow, drop the left shoulder, feel what's happening in the right side of the waist. Good, and then right hand comes back up. Take both hands back to the floor where they were in front of you. And on an exhale, lift that left foot back up off the floor and then extend the left leg straight back. Good, now we're just gonna cross the left leg, the left foot over behind the right leg. So the left toes are gonna come to the floor off of the mat to the right. I'm gonna drop the left knee to the floor, outside of the right knee. You're just gonna pull the hips back toward child's pose. Some of you might go all the way back with your hips. Some of you might just go a little bit back like I am. You can let the arms relax for a moment, let the head hang, and just feel that really nice stretch and release in the outer left hip. We just worked it, now we're just letting it go. So breathe in some spaciousness there, some freedom. And breathe out any tension, any holding, any gripping. Good. And then we'll come back up to the hands, and that right knee will extend the left leg straight back, the right hand forward. Good. And then as you exhale, we'll take the knee and elbow beneath us. We'll round the back and drop the head. And we'll extend out once more like that. And knee to elbow, exhale, drop the head. Good. And then extend out, take the right arm up, catch the back left foot, kick it back, roll the right shoulder back. So looking over the right shoulder, straight down at the mat, or anywhere you like. All right, and then we're just gonna let go of the foot. We're gonna take the left toes to the floor. Imagine like you're gonna do plank, but you're not really gonna do plank. You're just gonna press into that back left foot, hover the right knee off the floor, bring it toward the chest, and then three-legged dog. Right foot floats up and back, inhale, and knee to the chest again, exhale. And then float it back, inhale. And this time we'll step it forward to the right thumb or carry it up there with the right hand. It's all good. We'll pivot down that back left heel. Take the foot at an angle, spin the heart forward, draw the right hip beneath you, and float your arms up, warrior one. Took a lot to get here today, right? It's all good. We're setting things up. So right hip hugs back a little. Belly pulls in, tail reaches down. Let's open up the arms in a big cactus or straight out to the sides, whatever you like. But think about dropping the shoulders. Think about breathing into your heart space. Press into the back foot. Keep the front knee bent. Pull the navel in. Good. And then when you're ready, lift up the arms. Take a breath. And hands back to the floor. Frame that front foot, lift the back heel, step back plank pose, inhale. And we'll lower down any way you like, maybe knees first, exhale. Cobra, nice and easy, inhale. And down dog, exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, breathe in. Walk or float forward, breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Chair pose, bend the knees, lift the hands, 3 breaths. So stay here, feel it, soften the shoulders, soften the eyebrows, pull that belly in. Pinkies can spin towards each other. Weight shifts back into the heels a bit. Sink but reach, take 1 more breath in. Stand as you exhale, hands to your heart. Maybe roll the shoulders back, stand tall. Maybe close the eyes for a breath. Good. Next inhale, we reach up. And exhale to fold. Flatten out as you breathe in. And plank as you breathe out. Good. So holding this plank on the inhale. Left knee to the floor, right beneath the left hip as you exhale. So lift up that right foot, reach it back. Take a moment here to kind of pull both hands toward the knee on the floor, which just serves to kind of lengthen out your spine, right? We never want to stay compressed. We're looking for spaciousness, for freedom in the body and the mind, yeah? And then we'll just turn open the right toes to the right. We'll take the right knee to start to the outer right arm. I'm going to just scooch over a little bit here. And then maybe you play with straightening the right leg out to the right if you want to work a little harder. And keep pulling the heart forward, right? By kind of hugging the hands toward that left knee. Flirt with the height of the foot. Keep breathing. Maybe the knee stays bent. It's all good. Just find your place. Listen to your breath. Feel it out. All right, so if the knee was bent, go ahead and straighten it out and just go ahead and drop that inner right foot down. See if the whole sole of the foot can come onto the floor in line with the left knee. And we're just going to lift up and stand on the left knee with the right leg out to the right. Good. Right hand lands on the outer right thigh. Left arm lifts up. Good. And drop that right shoulder. Maybe bend the right elbow or slide the hand toward the outer shin. And just reach with the left hand over to the right. Right, you're just creating space in the left side of the body. Feel the breath flow. If the breath holds or catches anywhere, back off a little from the shape. Good. And then left hand comes back up. Both hands come back to the earth underneath the shoulders. Good. Float that right foot up off the floor. Take the right foot, reach it straight back, pull the heart forward. And then we're going to cross the right foot, let me slide over this way now, over to the left, probably off of your mat. And then right knee drops to the floor outside the left knee. And both hips dip back toward a child pose shape. And just see if you can soften the face, soften the shoulders. Carry any breath, any energy, any awareness to where things feel a little tight so that you can free them up and release whatever is holding there. Start to make your way back up. Extend the right leg straight back now. Readjust anything you need to. Left hand forward. Inhale here. And then knee and elbow underneath you. As you exhale, drop your head. Good. Extend out again. Inhale. Knee to elbow. Exhale, round. Lengthen as you breathe in. Reach back to catch that right foot with the left hand. Kick it back. Do whatever you like with your gaze, with your neck, with your head. Keep pressing against the floor with the right hand. Just keep breathing, feeling, exploring. Checking back in. All right, let's let go of the foot. Take the right toes to the floor, left hand to the floor beneath the shoulder. You're gonna press into that right foot as if you're coming toward plank, but you're gonna hover the left knee toward the chest. Good, and then three-legged dog. Left foot lifts up, inhale. And knee to the chest, exhale. Three-legged dog again, inhale. And this time we'll step the left foot up to the left hand, carry it up there if you need to so it's beneath the knee. Back heel pivots down at an angle. Heart extends forward, press back and rise up, warrior one. So this left hip shifts back a little, the right hip rolls forward a little. The pelvis kind of wants to tip forward. See if you can tip it straight-ish. It's not so easy. Good, and then open up the arms straight or bend to elbows, whatever you like. Spread the palms. Carry the breath to where it feels good. Drop the shoulders. Free something up here. Maybe let something go here. Like a desire to be perfect, no such thing. Reach up as you breathe in next. And hands come down as you breathe out. Lift the back heel, plank pose. Inhale, lower halfway or all the way as you exhale. Maybe up to up dog or cobra on the in-breath. And downward dog, we breathe out. Feel free to shift around. Find some steadiness here now in the body and in the breath. Good. Let's take the heels up, bend the knees. We'll look forward, inhale. We'll walk or float forward, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Fold into your exhale. One breath, chair pose. Dip the hips, lift the fingertips. Exhale to stand, hands to the heart. We're going to go right back to chair now. Inhale, dip the hips, lift the hands. Fold forward, exhale. We're going to link with the breath. Flat back, inhale. Plank pose, exhale. Breathing in when you get there. Lowering halfway or all the way as you breathe out. Cobra or up dog, your choice. And back to downward dog. Listen up. Right foot floats up and back. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Step it up to the right thumb as you exhale. Back heel pivots down. Warrior one. Inhale, press and rise. Hands down. Exhale. Plank pose. Inhale. Lower or hold plank maybe. Exhale. Up dog or cobra. Inhaling. If you lowered, right? Down dog, exhaling. Left foot floats up and back. Three-legged inhale. Just step it up to the left-hander. Carry it up as you exhale. Back heel pivots down. Press and rise on the breath. Warrior one. And then hands float down. Step back to your plank. Take your in-breath. No rush. Lower any way you like or hold plank. Inhale to cobra or up dog if you chose to lower. It's always a choice. Down dog, exhale. Connect to your breath. Feel free to drop your knees and take child's pose or hold down dog. We just have 2 more breaths here. Good. When you're ready, bend the knees, lift the heels, look forward. And exhale, walk it up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift on your in-breath. Fold into the out-breath. Chair pose, inhale. Stand up, exhale. We're going to take a moment here to stand, to settle, and to connect back in as I adjust my pants. All right. Let's play with a little balancing today. I think it's been a while since we've done any balancing. So find a nice steady gaze, connect to the steadier breaths. Feel both feet pressing and the crown of the head rising, the shoulders softening, and we'll start by bringing all the weight into the right foot. Just simply lift up the left knee. Now what we're going to do is turn the left knee out to the left. You can catch the foot with the or the ankle with the left hand and place it on the inner thigh, maybe even on the inner calf. Feel free to also just rest the toes on the floor and place the foot on the inner ankle. But again, we don't want pressure on the knee joint, right? And it's not about how much the leg turns out. It's about more squaring the hips forward. So both hips are facing forward. And then the standing right leg is pressing against the left foot. The belly pulls in, the back of the head lifts. Take your hands together at prayer. And see if you can soften, right? The eyes, the shoulders, but work the right leg against the left foot. So again, there's this balance, this juxtaposition between a little work and a little ease. Can they be in balance? Can the inhales and the exhales be in balance? Feel free to lift the hands, open the palms, spread the fingers, free things up with a bigger breath, and maybe sigh it out. All right, bring the hands back to prayer. Release the left foot to the floor. Go ahead and drop your hands and just kind of wiggle around, shake it out. Sometimes we store or hold or kind of get grippy when we do balance. All right, so once more. Find steadiness with your feet, steadiness with your breath, steadiness with your gaze. And then all the weight's going to shift to the left foot. You're just going to take the right knee up. Go ahead and catch the ankle if you like to bring the foot high onto the inner thigh. Or once again, inner shin, inner ankle, hands to prayer. So just imagine everything facing straight forward, right? Both hip points, both shoulders. Soften the eyes, drop those shoulders, and the standing left leg is now pressing in to the right foot, more than the right foot's pressing against the leg. And there's going to be little wobbly motions. There's going to be all kinds of things happening mentally, right? Keep the breath steady, the gaze steady. Try not to have an expectation or a judgment. Practice with compassion. If you want, the arms lift, the fingers spread, open it up, free it up. Take a nice full breath in. Stick out the tongue if you want. Hands back to the heart, right foot back to the floor. Go ahead and shake and shimmy and wiggle and whatever you need. All right. Short practice, only 45 minutes. Let's get a little more in. Arms up. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Good. Let your hands come to the floor, maybe fingertips. Bend the right knee and just take the left foot all the way to the back of your mat. Pivot that inner heel down. Good, so just take a look at the right knee so it's right over the heel there. And you can climb your right elbow on top of your right thigh and float your left arm up. Or you can take the hand to the floor inside the foot and press the knee and arm against one another so the heart spins a little upward rather than collapsing downward. But free it up if you want by taking the elbow to the thigh. Good, and then we'll extend the left arm over the ear. We'll make sure we're not dumping into this bottom right shoulder. And then we'll just take the left arm up. We'll pivot the hand. Thumb points to the left foot. Palm faces the wall behind you and take the arm or the hand behind your back as you roll that left shoulder back. Good, and then I like to drop my gaze to the right toes. A, to keep the knee over the heel, and B, to get a little release in the left side of the neck there. Press into the back foot. And then release the left hand, reach it back, and go ahead and just rise up, second warrior. Spread your arms, drop the left hand back, spin the right palm up. Go ahead and reverse that warrior, keep the front knee bent. Good, and then we'll just pivot the hands forward. Lift up the back heel, but pause. Drop the back knee down. Good, release the toes. Extend the heart a little forward, let that back left hip dip a little. And then shift the right hip back, straighten the right leg, and fold over it. Take a breath here. In and out, letting go. And then we'll bend that front right knee, lift the heart again. Inhale, let the back hip dip a little. And then shift that right hip back and fold, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Bend the front leg, inhale, heart lifts, gaze might lift. And exhale, shift it back and fold. Take an extra breath in the fold because it feels pretty good. Let something go. Feel free to wiggle anything. And then we'll bend that front knee. We'll curl under the back toes to lift up the back knee, and we'll step to the front of the mat. Flat back, inhale. Let's just fold on the exhale so we can do the other side. Bend the left knee, step the right foot all the way back, but we're going to pivot it down. Go ahead and climb that left elbow onto the left thigh. Take your right arm up, or remember, left hand to the floor inside the foot. And as the knee stays over the heel, the leg presses against the arm so the heart tries to spin upward rather than collapsing downward. So what would feel best for you? Where is the pose where the breath can still flow freely? Good. Extend the right arm over the ear. Just a moment there. Make sure not to dump into this bottom shoulder. And then right hand comes up. Spin the palm to the wall behind you. Take the arm behind you. Maybe you catch the left thigh or just place it on the left back of the hip and roll the top right shoulder back. So feel for widening the collarbones. And then look down at the left toes. Make sure that knee's over the heel. See, it's sneaky. It wants to come back. Let the head kind of drop there for a moment. Pull the belly button in. Press into the back foot. Release that right hand. Reach it back. And let it lift you up for second warrior. Good. Right hand drops back. Left palm up and back. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. And then just windmill the hands forward. Exhale, lift up the back heel. Release down the back knee. Release those toes. Extend the heart a little forward. Let that right hip point dip. And then exhale, shift the left hip back. Play with how straight you want to make the leg. Take a full breath here. Breathe something up. Soften in. Bend that front knee, lift the heart and gaze. Inhale. Shift the hip back, fold, exhale. Bend the knee, lift the gaze. Inhale. And shift it back, fold, exhale. Stay here for an extra breath. Nice. Bend that front knee again, lift that back right knee, and we'll step to the front of the mat. Flat back, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Hands to the floor, plank pose. I know we were gonna rise, but we're running out of time. Hold your plank, pull that belly in, inhale. Lower to the mat any way you want to get there. Exhale. Pause when you lower here. We're not going to press up to a cobra. We're going to reach the hands straight back. Palms face down. We're going to lift the heart. You can press into the tops of the feet if you want, or you can lift the feet. You can interlace the hands behind you or hook thumbs. And just let the heart open. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, soften the forehead. If you want, you can bend both knees and catch both ankles to lift your heart even more. Your choice. We just have 2 breaths in this shape. Feel it. Good. If you caught the feet, let them go. Bring the tops of the feet back to the floor, hands to the floor, palms down, like you're going to come to up dog, because we're going to come to up dog, which means the hands are closer to the ribs rather than the shoulders, so they're a little lower. You're going to lift the shoulders off the floor, and you're just going to lift the heart and lift the hips. So the arms are kind of straight or straight. The palms are pressing, and you're just on the hands and tops of the feet. Inhale here, and then pull the belly button in, curl over the toes, downward dog. Good job. Take a breath in. And let it go. And let your knees come back down to the floor. crawl them toward your hands so that you can make your way onto your back. And when you get to your back, give your knees a hug to the chest. Rock a little if you want to rock a little. Loosen up. You can wiggle the ankles, the head, whatever you like. All right, let's bring both feet onto the floor. We'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And I will catch the left leg, maybe the hamstring, maybe the shin, depending on what feels best to you. Keep the back of the neck long. The eyes might close here. The teeth will separate. And let yourself relax into the shape for just a couple breaths. And then all we're going to do is we're going to keep hold of the left leg with the left hand. I'm going to slide the right knee over the left knee. And then take, maybe, I like to take the left front of the knee or shin toward me. Some people will grab the ankles and bring them closer to the shoulders. See what feels best for you. And once more, back of the neck long, jaw soft. 2 breaths. Make them count, make them long and luxurious. Good job. Let's uncross the legs and just come to thread the needle on the second side. So left ankle is going to cross. Catch your right leg anywhere you like. Checking in with the eyes, the jaw, the neck, and checking back into the breath. And just holding that right leg with the right hand. Slide the left knee over it, over the right knee, and bring your knees closer toward you. Whether that's grabbing the bottom knee or ankles or shins or feet, your choice, your body. Feel free to sigh anything out. Just stay here, stay in sensation. And then when you've had enough, we're going to uncross. This time both of the feet will stay on the floor. The soles of the feet will land together. The knees will drop apart. Let's open up the arms. Take a free breath in. And let it all fall away. When you're empty, pull the navel toward the spine to bring the knees up. And when the knees touch together, wiggle the feet apart. I love these windshield wipers. So just start to let the knees drift over to one side and then the other. Maybe turn the head opposite to the knees. Go as fast or slow as you like. Just free things up, loosen things up, stay in your body, stay connected to the breath. And then when you're ready, come back to center. I'm just going to check the time. Oh, grab your knees. Getting a little late. Let's open up the arms again, nice and wide, nice and straight. And keep both knees toward the chest as you take both knees now over to the left. Let them land. It's okay if the top knee slides somewhere else or if the feet go weird. It's all good. Just relax into this shape. Feel your breathing. Let it flow through you. Let the belly get big as you breathe in. You'll naturally draw back as you breathe out. And just freeing it up. You're not forcing the belly bigger, right? You're just allowing it to soften. And then lifting the knees back to center. You don't even need your arms to bring them toward the chest. Just go ahead and shift them over to the other side. So they're a little high, but again, take a different twist if you prefer. And then let the body settle. Let the mind settle. Let the breath flow. Where is there still tension that maybe a breath can free up a little so that you can let something else go? Maybe it's something physical, but maybe it's something mental or energetic. Maybe it's something emotional that you connect to. When you're ready, bring your knees back to center. We're going to finish off and come into Shavasana, but it's your practice, so if there's anything else you'd like, feel free to take it. And then when you're ready, make your way into your Shavasana shape. Let your palms soften and spin upwards so that you're receptive. And please, please, please stay here. Stay here for at least 3 minutes. I'll be with you here for 3 minutes, and then I will invite you to stay longer if you can. But let yourself land against the floor. Close and soften your eyes. Allow one last really full breath in to free you up. Open the lips and let it all go. Feel yourself soften, melt, and release and receive. So letting go of directing your breath now, or your body, or your mind, and just be. Just be as you are, peaceful, whole, rested, rejuvenated, and relaxed. For those of you tempted to start to fidget or move on with your day, I'm just going to invite you to stay for 1 more minute. Because this really is the most potent part of your practice, where everything integrates and absorbs. And you have a minute for you. As you gently return to your body, allow a deeper breath in if you'd like. And as you release it, just stay here, stay relaxed for 1 more moment, just so that you can notice. Notice how you feel in your body, in your mind, in your energy. And give yourself a little pat on the back mentally, right? A little appreciation for making it through another practice, for taking this time for your practice, for you. It's really nice to seal it with a little gratitude, right? We've just freed up and opened up and made space for something. Let's bring in something really juicy, really good. So with gratitude for yourself and the benefits you derive from practicing yoga, breathe that in.